Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche, and we're on the boat about to put out the underwater Go Fish camera with some crab. Yes, I'm underneath some planes, so I think we'll hear them again on the video, but still got to check it out. I didn't put any pantyhose, so let's see what the water looks like, because it's a lot clearer than it was the last time on the channel.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta learn. I'ma call up the whole team.
So now that y'all saw the fight video where we had a couple hookups and a couple misses, and then we actually got a couple hookups and lands. One of the drum that got lost was because it hooked up with another line on the way in, and basically what it did was it acted like a hook release and was able to get the drum off the hook. The only bad thing about it is, since I didn't have the underwater camera on all three rods, we didn't see how it actually got off. And that's one of the main things that we are in desperate to catch on film, is proving how these fish are getting off the hook. I mean, is it improper hook set? Is it ripping through the skin? Is it like what happened to us? And I know it was the line that came off on, or helped the hook come out of the other bait, because the line was still on the hook. And it's basically like doing the orange peel effect. If y'all haven't seen that, where people get hooks in their skin and use a line and pull the opposite direction, it's able to dislodge the hook out of the skin and stuff like that, which is a great and fast way. I've done it to many people out on the pier and on the beach to get hooks out, but that's what happened to us. That's why one of them got away. However, the other fish, there was nothing there for it to get caught on, and it just came off the hook. We don't really know how, but we did miss 2 fish. We landed 2 fish and a bunch of catfish. Now, the important thing is, I'm putting out the camera right next to each other, or next to a couple other lines, and they're, probably 15-20 feet away in the water as they land. But in the other dark video, y'all heard all the drum action that was going on, and that was at nighttime. Now during the day, I want to see if they're there and they're inactive, or they're not there. I mean, there's so many variables that we do not know, and since I cannot attach anything to the drums to track them down on a minute by minute basis, we don't actually know what they're doing during the day, as to prove why the bite is so slow in most parts during the day. Other times it's hot and heavy during the day and cold at night, and what I mean by that is no fish are catching. So it is very important on these videos that we keep putting them out there, keep testing the knowledge and stuff like that. And one of the main things we're showing here is the bait fish are back. So we know it's a nice warm day for us. Are they active because the water's warmer? I would say yes. But at the same time too, it also tells us there's not a lot of big drum in the area. So let's keep it going and see what we learn on this video. All right, so they have disappeared. What does that mean? No, I mean, one comes in every now and again, but they're not in the big old pack that they were traveling in earlier. So one comes up, one goes, they come in for a little bit, and yeah. But I don't hear anything, and you can still hear the, the fish and everything, or debris flying by and stuff. The current is going good. It's not crazy, but it is there. And I guess that's why it's not so bad on the vision. We can actually see a good distance. And what I also did too on this bait, it's actually about 12 inches away from the camera. So I'm testing out the length of how far I can put it so I can open it up. But also too, I want to ensure that when the fish does pick up this bait that we do catch it on film, because that's the most important part, to see how they actually feed. So this is definitely a step in the right direction, should I say, and we'll keep it going. But I'm waiting for that was monster drum to be schooled up or something to happen, because it's crazy. When we hooked up on that video, you saw they were back to back, or it looked like they were back to back on video, but they literally were. Like, as soon as we cut off the camera, the second one was already hooked up. So we cut it back on to continue on with that one, and those were back-to-back catches and stuff. And we did have hookups in the morning like that. So that, it's just too. What's the word I'm looking for? It's too obvious to say that those were the only two drum out there. There had to be a bunch more. They had to be in a school, because we had 3 baits out. 2 out of the 3 got picked up. Pretty much back to back. I don't think they're traveling that alone out there. Oh, what was that? That was a drum. Hold on, let me record. Let me fix that real quick. Yes, sir. Big drum right there. Why didn't he grab the bait, though? Oh, he'll be back, right? That's what we're supposed to say, what we're supposed to think. But he came in close enough, and that also does something else for us, too. That was a big drum, but he was about 12 to 15 inches away from the camera and looked a little bit blurry there. So I guess that also has to do with the ability of whatever water clarity we got going on for us to be able to see if they're there, in those big old schools. We see these shadows going by, but I don't know if that's seaweed going by or if that's a cloud, overhead. And you see the perch come back. So, water clarity kills us. It really does. But we'll keep working it. We'll keep going. And so let's see what else we can see on this video. Well, the perch have returned in a ferocious manner, and they are tearing at this crab, but luckily for the shell, they're not getting through. But at the same time, too, they disappear. Now, what is... Oof. Okay. Yep. That's why something is definitely changing them. You saw that one little bait fish fly by, and then something behind it shook up the water pretty good. Maybe I should have been using perch for bait instead of the crab. Had we known, like I said, I need to get some live footage as it's going on for this. Oh man, talk about the things we miss when we are out there. And we'll get it locked down, guys. We'll keep shooting after it and stuff like that. At the same time too, I mean, that fish has been gone for a minute. Oh, there goes the perch. I'm telling you, they know what's going on. You know, that's how they survive too. So So with that big old chunk of seaweed hanging in the way, I was hoping that maybe it camouflaged the camera to allow the bait to be picked up. But what you have just seen now is the current has switched directions. Wow. Total change. Look, it's moving everything in the opposite direction. Looked like we had an outgoing tide. Now we've got an incoming tide, and it's moving everything into the opposite direction. Maybe now we'll see our drum. Think maybe. But this will be pretty cool if we can start seeing them school up for us. That is what we want. We want all these drum all over the camera.